You're a sensitive man, a rare individual in my experience. Most people I meet these days don't seem to care, do they? I hear it all the time. I don't want to get involved. But they are. They are involved. Simply by being a lad. Hang on a minute. I've just remembered where I've seen your name. Raskolnikov. I think I read an article you wrote in one of the magazines a while back. It must have been a couple of months ago. Ah, yes, I remember now. It was published in the Periodical Review.
No, not something I wrote. In the Periodical Review?
Yes, I'm certain of it.
No, I wrote one article when I left the university, but that had to be 6 months ago.
The Periodical and the Weekly merged. Didn't you know?
No.
You could get paid for that. You're a strange young man. You lead such a solitary life. These things concern you directly, and you have no idea about them. If you were published in the Review, you must be studying to be a lawyer.
I was studying to be a lawyer.
Very provocative, that article. Very canny. I forget the title, but I loved it when I read it.
If I remember correctly, that's the one where I analysed the psychology of a criminal before and after you commit the crime?
Exactly. You also maintain that the perpetration of a crime is always accompanied by some kind of illness. Very, very original. But it wasn't that idea that I found most interesting. It was the idea at the end of the article. I don't think it was fully formed, you simply suggested it. Let me see if I remember correctly. You hold that there are certain people who have the right to commit crimes and the law does not apply to them. You divide all men into two categories, ordinary and extraordinary. Ordinary men have to live in submission and abide by the laws of society. However, extraordinary men have a right to commit any crime and to transgress the law in any way just because they're extraordinary. Was that it?
Close. Not quite, but close.
Enlighten me.
The
I'm fascinated.
The difference is, I wasn't suggesting that extraordinary people are always bound to commit crimes. I simply meant that an extraordinary man has the right, not an official right, mind you, but an inner right, to decide for himself when he must overstep certain boundaries, and then he may do so only when it's necessary for the practical fulfillment of his plans which may be of benefit to the whole of humanity.
Pardon me. Criminals are a benefit to humanity.
No, you see, I maintain in my article that all great leaders of men are, without exception, criminals. Take Napoleon, for example. In order to create a new set of laws for his empire, he had to transgress the ancient ones, and he didn't stop short of bloodshed either. That bloodshed was necessary to his cause, because bloodshed gives them strength. It's remarkable, in fact, that the vast majority of great men were also responsible for terrible carnage. Even